Yeah, so it was a lot more to that video that I just posted. It was like so much stuff I was going through that my sister actually witnessed with me and lived through with me. Around the time that I was telling y'all, my mom saved me basically by saying go to that doctor and get checked or whatever for the bleeding. I was literally coming out of a appointment for blood work, and my results from my other blood work came back, and it was like, yeah, Zuri, where are you? I'm like, I'm literally outside the doctor office. I just left. And she like, yeah, you need to get to the hospital right now and tell them that your blood levels are 6 or something. It was super low. And she was like, you need to get there right now and tell them that we said to get you a blood transfusion, because if not, she's like, I'm surprised, like, I'm glad you're still here, but like you're at that point where most people wouldn't be here. So I'm like, what the heck? So long story short, I ended up getting a blood transfusion. Um, that was before all the stuff got solved and stuff like that. And I forgot to mention that they had me putting in IUDs in my body as well, on top of all the hormones in the depot. They had me putting in IUDs as well on top of all that stuff. First one didn't take. I was still bleeding and stuff. That doctor took it out. They sent me to the next doctor. She's the one that cured it with the medicine she gave me. And then the depot, the IUD, she put another one in. It didn't take again. And I'm like, I don't want this thing inside me. And she's like, no, we got to put it back in just to make sure or whatever. And I'm like, what the like, I don't want to do it. And she's like, I'm going to do it anyway, the second and third. She did it anyway. Come to find out, it didn't take again. But the main thing was the IUD wasn't taken. And then the fact that it wasn't taken is what was causing me to bleed, even after the medicine she gave me had already healed the bleed. Because it was an infection inside of my whole reproductive system, which she said came from an infection which caused my whole reproductive system to be infected. And it could have, I don't know which doctor told me, but it could have left scars on my insides and I wouldn't have been able to have kids, some other stuff, because infections be so bad they could destroy your reproductive system. So yeah, I forgot to put that part in there. And then it's so many things that happened and so much I put up with throughout the time of bleeding out, because it's not just bleeding. When you're bleeding out, you experience symptoms like of passing away, like unaliving, because you literally feel it, like your whole body feel it. My legs were so heavy I couldn't even walk up steps. I could barely breathe. And mind you, I'm just bleeding out. I'm to the point where I'm wearing diapers on top of pads, the biggest, heaviest pads, overnight pads. And then I'm still working on top of that. And then I'm calling out certain days because I'm like, I was dealing with this since 2016. Did my job know? No, not at the time. I would just say, here's the doctor's note. This is what's happening. And sometimes I couldn't even get out the bed because I couldn't even, like, you just feel like it's over. Like, who's going to pick up a phone and be like, oh my God, my job is so important. When right now I know I'm about to be up out of here. And they just don't, who cares? Like, even my job certain times said, like, well, you got a job, you got to pay your bills. Like, of course I got to pay my bills. I know that. But when I'm over here grasping for the little bit of life that I got in my body, and you don't even understand, like, my sister is living this horrific stuff with me. She's literally watching this stuff every day, and then she already got mental stuff going on with her. And that's her story to tell. But, like, you can go to her page and watch her. I'm pretty sure she talks about her own stuff, but it's not for me to talk about. But she got her own problems, and she's living with me, trying to help me through this. And she's half the time walking with me like she's my cane, holding me up outside, trying to help me walk, help me get to doctors, help me live life. And they like, your job don't want to hear none of that. So mind you, it was several times. Like one time I wanted to go to the keep living life and take my son to the movie theater. My sister like, don't do it. You can just stay home. It's okay. Like, you can't make it. Like, you know, you in a bad way right now. Just chill. It's all right. He'll be good. We could buy the movie at home. I do anything. Like, I'm just like, no, I gotta be a mom. I can't just give up on myself. I gotta keep going. I gotta show him, like, and my sister like, don't do this, Zuri. I did it anyway. Like I always do, stubborn. So I leave and I take him to the movies, and she with me, thank God. Because when we got there, I'm like, I don't feel too good. She's like, I told you. And then we get into the movie theater. I'm like, oh shit, I'm feeling like real bad. She like, Zuri, I told you, bro. She like, then we end up on the way home. I'm about to get to the car. I'm walking through the parking lot, getting to the car. I'm like, oh man, damn. Like, I don't know, Laura. She's like, Zuri, I knew this was happening. Just give me the keys. I'll take us home. I'm like, nah, man. So boom, get in the car halfway down the highway. I'm making it too. I'm trying to make it home. Just halfway down the highway, I'm about to pass out behind the wheel. I'm feeling like sick to my stomach. Can't breathe. About to just like pass out. I had to pull over because I'm getting dizzy. I'm like, Lord, just take me to the hospital. I can't take it. She got to take me to the hospital. It's all because I'm bleeding out and stuff. My iron level's already low before this whole thing started happening. So thank God she was there. She drove me to the hospital and saved my life. And then that was just a certain time, because throughout the whole time, she like, come at home. She like, Zuri, come on, let's work out. Let's work out. This before all that happened. She like, let's work out. Let's work out. We could do the workouts on YouTube. It's on TV. We could just do it right here in the dining room. You don't have to walk up the steps. Da 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 da. I'm like, I don't know, Laura. And at the time, she didn't know the severity of the situation. This is before we found out I was bleeding out to the point where it was about to be over. And she like, come on, we can do this. We can do this. And I'm barely trying to, like, I'm trying to lift my legs up. And the easiest thing that you could think possible that you could do, just lifting your leg off the floor, you would think that was easier for me, especially being as though I was way smaller than this at the time. It wasn't. It was horrible. Like, I was trying to move my legs and stuff, and I couldn't breathe. I was out of breath. I was barely moving, and I'm moving slow and stuff, and I'm just like, Lord, I can't do this. Like, she like, well, at least you try. And then later on down the line, she found out what was happening. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry because I didn't realize. I'm like, yeah, because I'll be looking normal. Like right now, you would think I'm regular and I'm fine because I don't talk about it. But it's hard, bro. It was hard. And then there was this one time where I just came out the bathroom and I started talking to her at her room, because I usually do that. I'm like, Laura, da 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 da. And she like, what? Da da da. Mind you, I told you I was wearing diapers. And then, I mean, this is an adult diaper I'm wearing. And all of a sudden, I was just like, oh my God. And I look down and it's just blood, just, this stuff just trickling. And I'm like, oh my God, Laura. She like, what? And I look down, she was like, okay, don't worry about it. Like, she's just so like, she just, like, she's like the kind of person you would think, I wouldn't say she can handle stuff like that. She handled it, but like, she's very well with not freaking people out and stuff. Like, she be like, okay, don't worry about it. And she just got up and started helping. I'm like, no, don't touch my stuff. She's like, no, it's okay, I got it. I'm like, no, please, my blood and stuff. She started cleaning it up, and she helping me wipe myself off because I could barely bend down. I'm moving slow like a turtle. And like, she just always like, yo, she just always like encouraged me and stood by my side throughout that whole thing. And like, she saw so much stuff. She watched me struggling. Our laundry was in the basement, and I couldn't even go up and down the steps with my laundry basket. I could barely lift it. And she's like, don't worry, I got you, I will help you, it doesn't matter. I'm just like, no, you can't do this. And I'm watching her struggle with her mental stuff that she got going on. And then she's there doing this for me. It's like, I'm gonna be forever grateful for my sister. All my sisters helped me in many different ways, but mainly she was there living with me at the time when this was happening. So like, I will never forget that. But she witnessed it. So like, this is my story. It's my life, and I want to talk about it. So this is part 2 to the first video that I was telling y'all guys about. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know, because I wasn't really a big talker and stuff, and I never wanted to put myself out there. But I'm in a different spot now, and I feel like I want to talk, so that's what I'm going to do, because this is my life, it's my story, and I'm going to tell it better than anybody else could. So thank you guys for always watching and being here. And thanks my sisters for always being here with me and helping me and giving me support. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'm not gonna forget my brothers too, because they always give me advice and they always be telling